whatever your heart clings to and confides in, that's really your God. Your functional Savior. He introduces the concept of functional Savior. What's that mean? He was talking about there are things in our life that will serve as your small s Savior, that will deliver you from a bad day, that will rescue you from a bad experience. And what would that be? That could be something else for one, another one for another person. It would be, it could be career. And the things that I'm going to list down are not necessarily a bad thing. You see, when the good becomes the ultimate, that's when it becomes your idol or your functional Savior. Family is wonderful. How many of you appreciate your family? Yes. But if that becomes number one more than Christ, that becomes a functional Savior. Your marriage it's amazing to be. How many of you are married? Raise your hand, right? Happily married, woo, right? And so, you're laughing, okay? And so, if that becomes more than a priority than our relationship with Jesus Christ, then that becomes a functional Savior. It becomes your idol, okay? And those of you who are single today, you're going to get married one day. Yes? Yes, right? And so whether you have a person right now, a special person right now, and if that person becomes number one and takes the throne of your heart, sits in the throne of your heart, then guess what? That's become your functional Savior. When the good becomes the ultimate, that becomes your functional Savior. And let me list down a few questions, or at least fill in the blanks that might help you figure that one out for you currently. I am preoccupied with blank. Whatever you fill in here possibly can be a functional Savior. If only blank, then I would truly be happy. If only I get this thing, or if only I win the lotto, or if only this, whatever that is, I would truly be happy. If only I get her or get him. I get sense of significance from blank. What is it that makes me feel good? Whenever I get this, whenever I see her, whenever I finish this deal or meet my target, I would protect and preserve blank at any cost. At any cost. I fear losing blank. And this is a straight to the point one. I fear losing blank. What would be that blank for you? The thing that gives me the greatest pleasure is blank. And when I lose blank, I get angry, resentful, frustrated, anxious, or depressed. For me, my life depends on blank. What would that be for us? The thing that makes me want to get out of bed in the morning is blank. What gives meaning to my life is blank. And whatever the answer might be, it's a good heart check. Every so often, I have to go through this as well. Because sometimes it'll slide in there. It's pretty sneaky, isn't it? It's going to sneak in there and say, it's no longer Jesus in the throne, it's somebody else or something else. It's become a functional Savior.